Good morning. Just check my voice is audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So shall we discuss MCQs?
Yes, sir.
Or shall we go for next chapter?
Yes.
Okay. Meanwhile, we will discuss MCQs so that this chapter will close. Last session also, I am going to take one lecture, 3 to 4. In that also, we will start that next chapter, chapter number 2. So meanwhile, just we will discuss what were the MCQs. Actually, I have planned to discuss yesterday, but time constraint, we have not discussed. So let us see one by one. Meanwhile, student will join. Still 10-15 students are need to be joined. So multiple choice questions. Chapter number 1, resultant of coplanar forces. In that, a few we have discussed. Still, we will take revision. A force while acting on a body means if there is a force which is acting on the body, what will be the changes will happen in its in body? Instead of in body, I will say motion of the body. We are not considering body as a whole, but it's motion. What will happen? Am I audible?
All
Yes,
of
sir.
all of these change
All of
its
the
motion.
above.
All of these.
Retard.
All the above. Change its motion. If body is in motion, it may stop its motion. It may retard its motion. Retard means slowing down, in short. It may slow down if you will apply the force, or if body is in stationary, it may go in motion. So all the above. To know effect of force on body, we must know. So we have discussed while discussing the force itself. We have discussed this thing while discussing a force. To know effect of force on body, we must know what we should know. What we should know?
Above.
All
All of
We
these.
should know magnitude of the force, how much force is applied, point of application, where it is applied, line of action with sense arrow. That arrow is important. In which direction it is applied, and that is important. Okay, so all the above. Again, for this, the answer. Let me check. Is it possible for me to write? Okay, all the above. The unit of force in SI system, very basic.
Newton.
Newton. Composition of forces is nothing but
Finding result.
Resultant of
Forces.
composition means coming together. All the forces are coming together. So whatever it may be the number of forces in system, if they will come together, so we are saying it as a composition. So what is another name? Finding the resultant. So converting which forces into which forces, or which forces into which force. Composition means
Many forces.
to one.
many forces into one.
One.
And it should have what? It should have same effect as that of number of forces are acting in the system. As that many number of forces are acting in the system. Next, very simple. The resultant of two forces P and Q acting at an angle of theta is
Root P square plus
B square plus
2P
plus
Q cos theta plus
Q
theta.
square.
what is this
B
known? What is this
B.
known as?
B option.
Option B. But what is the name of this? For what we have derived this formula?
Parallelogram law.
Parallelogram.
Parallelogram law of forces. It was a parallelogram, a law of forces. Next, if the resultant of two forces P and Q acting at an angle theta, same is the question as like acting angle theta, making an angle at an angle alpha with P, then actually it is part of law of parallelogram forces only. So what will be that?
Tan A is equal to Q sin theta upon P plus Q cos theta.
Actually, we have derived this. Am I not? Am I correct? We have derived this. So there is only formula. There is nothing. Already we have derived, so that formula only you have to give. Which option? I have not seen options.
C.
Q sin
C
theta.
option.
3.
C.
Is it correct? Just check.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Correct.
Tan alpha is equal to Q sin theta divided by, actually bracket should be there, divided by P plus Q cos theta. Okay. The resultant of two forces P and Q. There are two forces P and Q. Condition is given P is greater than Q, acting along the same straight line. Acting along the same straight line, but in opposite direction is given by.
P minus Q.
So what do you understand from this word acting along the same straight line? What do you understand from this?
The forces are collinear.
Very good. The forces are collinear. That we should know. Actually, this in general you should not know. P and Q, there are two forces. One is greater than another, etc. Most important thing in this problem statement is acting along the straight line. So I have given example. Tug of war. If you push, pull, whatever it may be, that tug of war will fall under this. The resultant of two forces P and Q, such that P is greater than Q, but most important condition is acting along the same straight line, but in opposite direction is given by what?
P minus Q.
Q. P minus Q. So it is very simple. Huh? Some problems are may possible to ask on this. Very simple. The resultant of two equal forces P making an angle theta is given by. So actually one problem we have solved on this. There were two forces, forces P. Just check, we have solved one of the problem. The resultant of two equal forces P making an angle theta is given by. What is that? So whatever our formula is
Cos
there.
theta by 2.
Cos theta by 2.
Option B. Cos theta by 2. B option.
Here I can't write, but that formula we are knowing. Under root p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. Or in that only what we have to do? In that formula what we have to do?
Replace Q is equals to P. Then त्याला
Simplify.
simplify केलं की
Very good. Only we have to replace value of q by p and we have to simplify. That's all. Only we have to replace q by p and we have to simplify, nothing else. Now, if number of forces acting on a body, their resultant is. If number of forces acting on a body, their resultant is very simple. There is no, we can say.
root summation f x square plus summation f y square.
Option, just check option. All options are looking same. No.
A.
A
option. A.
Okay, then what is difference between A and B? Okay, here 2 is there. So it should not be, no? Actually, what it is given, summation of x square plus 2 summation of y square. It is given, but it should not be. So option A will be there, correct? Very simple. Next, if two concurrent forces P and Q perpendicular to each other, okay, and P equal to Q, then the resultant of two forces.
Under root 2.
Under root 2p.
Just hello. Hello. Okay. Which question was going?
10th one, sir.
Just a minute. Okay. 10th one. If two concurrent forces, what it is coming message? Please move this. If two concurrent forces P and Q perpendicular to each other, okay, and P equal to Q. Anybody has given?
Yes, sir. Under root 2p.
How you have calculated this?
Perpendicular means theta is equals to 90 and
Yes,
cos
sir.
90 0. Then middle term becomes 0 and
Okay.
p is equals to q elementary.
Very good. Actually, what you have did that also, and one more is what? One more is what? You have used the law parallelogram of forces, correct?
Yes, sir.
Very
Yes.
good. Okay. 11th, if number of forces are acting at a point, their resultant will be inclined at an angle theta with the horizontal, such that.
Option B.
Option. So we know that formula, no? This message is coming in between. I don't know. If number of forces are acting, so we know tan theta is equal to what we have used formula. Tan theta is equal to
Summation of y
summation f y divided by summation fx. Hello. 11th we have discussed, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 12th. Just read. The forces which meet at one point, and their lines of actions also lies on the same plane. Very simple. Forces are meeting at one point, and lines of actions are in same plane. What we are calling to it?
Coplanar
And concurrent forces.
Coplanar concurrent. What we are calling? Coplanar
Coplanar.
concurrent. Very good. Next. The forces which do not meet at one point, non-concurrent. Simple. So you have to realize here itself, non-concurrent, but lines of action lies in one plane. Non-concurrent,
Coplanar.
coplanar. You have to check where is that option. First one is coplanar, non-concurrent. I think first one only. Is it correct? Just check. First one only. Coplanar,
Yes, sir.
non-concurrent.
Yes, sir.
Next. The forces whose lines of actions parallel with each other and lying on different plane.
Non-coplanar parallel forces.
Coplanar parallel forces.
Non-coplanar
Parallel forces.
Parallel forces.
option number
A.
B.
Same.
non-coplanar parallel lines. Okay, non-coplanar parallel. Very good. Next. The forces which do not meet single common point, same, which do not meet non-concurrent and do not lie on the same plane.
Non-concurrent.
Non-coplanar, non-coplanar.
Non-coplanar as well as non-concurrent, both negative, we can say, simple, or both non-concurrent, non-coplanar. Neither they are meeting at single point, neither they are their lines of action lies in single plane. Non-concurrent, non-coplanar. Forces acting on body parallel to each other. Okay. Forces acting on a body, lines of actions are means parallel to each other, acting in same direction. This word I have described. Same. Forces acting on body parallel to each other, acting in same direction, same and opposite. What is the difference? Same and opposite. Same, like forces. Opposite direction, unlike forces. So lines of actions are parallel. That means it is parallel, and by default we are studying coplanar forces. Actually that option is
A.
coplanar is not mentioned, but by default we have to say coplanar. And one more thing, actually if you think more, you may, if lines of action of forces are parallel, it doesn't mean that coplanar. One more, because two lines may be parallel to each other but lies not in single plane. Are you agree with me? There may be two lines such that they are parallel to each other but not lies in single plane. It may happen, huh? People think
Ah.
more. But here condition is not given. In such condition is not given. So actually, whatever description is given, it is for like parallel forces, like parallel. But by default, here coplanar. Here also coplanar. It is
पुढे
told.
दिलंय की sir
तर
like in
पुढे
same
दिलंय
plane.
lies in a same plane.
Oh, sorry, I have not read it. Lies in same plane. Sorry. Last part actually I have not read. Just I have read parallel and acting in same direction. Sorry. Very good. It is given at the last, lying in same plane. So just what? Last part I have not read. So first option will come. Correct? First option. It is given means these are coplanar. Even non-coplanar, is it the condition that it may possible for non-coplanar condition? Who do you feel? If you think a little more, you will come to know that it is may possible for non-coplanar as well.
Ah.
It may possible, huh? It may possible, but here condition is given. These are in same plane. Okay. In applied mechanics, body is considered as
Rigid body.
Rigid body.
Rigid body.
There is no, we can say. Next, two equal and opposite forces separated by perpendicular distance develop.
Couple.
Couple.
So actually, one of the option may be in some cases momentum, moment, etc. So option this is correct, but to confuse you a little, option may be sometimes momentum, moment, couple. Suppose one of the option is a moment, then what do you think? Which option will be correct? Or both couple and moment? Suppose we will assume one of the option is moment out of these remaining three. एक option याच्यापैकी moment असता तर काय केलं असतं आपण? Couple is a type of moment. Can you agree with me? Couple is a type of moment.
हा sir.
In that
Yes,
case,
sir.
yes, it is a type of moment. Then both in that case we might have marked both answers.
Yes,
Actually, in our conventional type of method, actually you have not come across university pattern. What is university pattern? Earlier there was a 100-mark question paper. It's long back, almost we can say 5 to 6 years ago, or more than that. 100 paper marks. Thereafter, it was reduced to 70 mark. Each paper will be of 70 mark. Okay, and out of that 70 mark, 14 mark were are MCQ, not where are nowadays. 14 mark are MCQ. Means how much percentage? In percentage, out of 70, 14, 1/4. How much percentage weightage there is for MCQ? किती 70 पैकी 14 म्हणजे किती टक्के? How many percent? 20%. 20%. 14 into 5, 70. म्हणजे 20 100 असं म्हणतो आपण. 20 into 5, 100. So 14 into 5, 70. Likewise, 20%. And remaining 80% descriptive. Likewise, pattern came nowadays. And after this pandemic situation of corona, everything is MCQ. Likewise, it is came. त्याच्यानंतर काय झालं from 2019, from last 2 years, your is the second batch online. One batch already it is in now second year. So yours is the second. We don't know what will happen. Future is unknown. How will be exam? Whether it will be offline, online, we don't know. So let us hope we are preparing for offline as well. We are solving problems, descriptive, etc. So irrespective of online, offline, 14 mark MCQs are there in the exam. 14, 1/4. And nowadays, due to this situation, all MCQ, right? All everything. So it may happen. So we have to think for that. Earlier 100-mark question. Earlier, before this pattern, 100 mark only descriptive, only problems. You can imagine. So at that time, it was said that when it is almost before, if I am not wrong, before 20 years, 15 to 20 years, there were 2 subjects in first year. One is this our subject is known as applied mechanics, and another one more subject is there called as engineering graphics. It is in second semester for you, but earlier it is in first semester only. So once you are going to take admission for engineering, you are going to appear for two subjects. One is applied mechanics, we are calling as engineering mechanics. Another one is graphics, engineering graphics. So what it was, we can say assumption, if you will pass in these two subjects, तुम्ही या दोन सब्जेक्ट मध्ये ते पास झाला म्हणजे तुम्ही हाफ इंजिनियर झाला. युअर 50% वर्क ऑफ इंजिनिअरिंग इज ओव्हर असं म्हटलं जायचं अगोदर. So that was the difficulty level of such subject. Half engineering is over. हे दोन विषय पास झाल्यानंतर remaining subjects you can pass easily. But nowadays scenario is changed, everything is changed. Nowadays don't worry, it is not that way difficult. So you may be feeling that it is not that way difficult. A little logic you have to apply every time. So that we are going. Everything is changed now. This pattern, etc., difficulty level, whatever, everything is changed. Okay, so we have to study. Forget about it. We have to show our skill. We have to study deeply. Where we were? In which question?
18th.
Okay.
18th.
18th. Two equal and opposite forces separated by perpendicular distance. This is over. Okay. The effect of force acting on a body remains unchanged if
Line of action, magnitude
Line
and
of
direction
action,
not
magnitude.
changed. It remains
Magnitude and-
unchanged. It's remain unchanged.
okay, line of action, magnitude and a direction not changed. Only magnitude and direction not changed. Only line of action and magnitude not changed. None of these. So we know what this famously known as this. What is this famously known as? काय म्हटलं जातं याला?
Law of
Of
transmissibility.
transmissibility of force.
Law of transmissibility of force. Law of transmissibility of force. It is famously known as law of transmissibility of force. But now see the option: line of action, magnitude and direction. It should not change. Then only its effect will not change. These all things should not change. Then only its effect will not change. Correct? Are you agree?
Yes, sir.
Next, according to Varignon theorem, what is the use of Varignon theorem? What is the use?
Locate the
Locate the position.
Position of x and y axis.
no resultant.
Locate the
Position and resultant.
position and resultant असं नाही. Locate the position of resultant. Locate the position of resultant. How we are locating?
X bar and Y bar.
How we are calculating? What is the formula for x bar and y bar?
X bar is equals to moment
equal
due to all the forces divided by summation Fy.
Very good. And x bar, y bar, y component. Sorry, y intercept. How we are calculating y intercept?
Moment due to all the forces divided by summation Fx.
Very good. So that we have to tell here how we are calculating. Okay. That is the use. That is the use in what it is asked. See here, just we are applying this force, this formula. No, actually this is the statement. Summation of moment due to all the forces is equal to moment due to resultant. This is the statement. A statement. This one is the statement of that. What it is tell. But further I have asked what is use of that and how we are using it. That further thing, two things I have asked is correct, as we know. Parallel, next one, 21. Parallelogram, what parallelogram for resultant force law called as?
हा सर हे नाही समजलं.
Parallelogram for resultant force law called as sine law, triangle law, cosine law, none of the above. It is asking what is the another name of parallelogram? Law of forces.
हा सर.
Triangle law.
Cosine law.
Cosine law.
What is the answer is given?
Cosine law.
काय
Cosine
काय
law.
चुकले पण सर खाली दिलेले आन्सर
We
मध्ये.
will see because
Yes, sir.
okay. You can search it. Maybe in our formula law of parallelogram of forces, it make that cosine function come into that formula. That may be the reason why it is called cosine function. Is it? Which is the option here? This option कुठला आलाय? In answer, you might be seeing.
Don't know, sir.
You can check. No? It was given, I think. Answers were there at last. So triangle law is separate. So we cannot say it is a sine law. We may call it as a cosine because we are using cos function. It may be the reason. 21 you can check. No? Or you are not gone through total. Many more questions are there. We have to go. Yes, 21C. C is there here. You have not seen this table.
No, sir.
You can see, no, and below answers were also given. So let us see quickly. Parallelogram here, cosine function. My judgment is correct. There is a cosine function. That's why we cannot call sine because there is no question of sine. We cannot call triangle law also. Why? It is different. We have two forces. It is totally different. Triangle law and one more law we have seen graphically, which is that
Polygon.
Polygon law.
That is polygon. That vector method for resultant force is called. Vector method for resultant is called polygon law, triangle law, sine rule, none of the above. Vector method for resultant force is called. So we
Vector
have,
method for resultant म्हणजे सर काय?
the statement is not.
Sir, ह्यातला option 1 पण वाटत नाही.
Vector method for resultant force.
None of the above वाटतंय,
None
sir.
of this above.
मग कुठली मग? None of the above जर म्हणत असेल तर मग कुठली आहे? Vector method means that graphical method. Actually, both options should be there. Vector method means we are creating
Sir,
vectors.
graphical in order by the same names.
Then what it is called here? Vector method for resultant force is called. Then what it is given here? Actually, these are the types of graphical method. Both.
Sir, small letter instead of capital one हे फक्त माहिती आहे.
Small letters instead of capital.
हा sir.
Can someone has searched for this question?
सर पॉलिगॉन लॉ फोर्सेस सर्च केल्यावर दाखवतात.
Polygon.
Both A and
According to me, both should be there because both are falling under this. If
Yes,
two
yes,
forces are there,
sir.
then we have to apply. Then we have to apply this triangle law. If number of forces are there, then we have to apply this. Answer should be, I think, both A and B. Yeah, so
Yes, sir.
उत्तर
हा,
दोन्ही
sir.
असायला पाहिजे.
हा ए आणि बी दोन्ही पण येते सर.
Because we cannot give injustice to one. आपण एकावर अन्याय करू शकतो. Because it is a type of one type only. जर दोन्ही असेल आन्सर मध्ये बघा काय दिले. Otherwise, both should be correct.
सर गुगल वरती एका जागी द वेक्टर सम ऑफ 2 और मोर वेक्टर्स म्हणून दिलाय शॉर्ट मध्ये.
2 म्हणते ना, म्हणजे 2 म्हणते म्हणजे ट्रायंगल लॉ आला असतं.
triangle
2
law.
or more.
हा सर.
That
2
word
or
is
more.
important. 2 or more means triangle law should also come. Means answer
Polygon
will,
law.
and more means polygon. Means A and B. Option will be A and B. Still I will check. According to me, option A and B. Moment of a force is nothing but only formula we know.
सर खाली टेबल मध्ये क्वेश्चन नंबर 22 चा डी आन्सर दिलाय.
D.
हा sir, none
sir.
of above.
Okay, I will
चुकलेत
check.
पण सर खाली टेबल मधले
We will
काय काय?
see. We will see. It is not standard. Yes, it's. We will see. It may go on something wrong. Don't worry. We will see here. Moment of a force is nothing but. Moment of a force is nothing but perpendicular distance. Again here some. We know magnitude of force into perpendicular distance between whom line of action and the point at which we want to calculate moment. So you can check here which option. Force. Okay. Perpendicular distance
A.
from moment
A,
center.
sir.
A.
Inclined distance, longest distance. Where is the question? So only first option will come. Effect of couple remains unchanged if couple is shifted in same plane, couple is shifted in different plane, not parallel to mentioned. Both A and B are correct. None of the above. Couple is shifted in same plane. Couple is shifted in different plane. So this option is wrong because it will get some different effect. So option A should be there. Means it is something like our law of transmissibility of force. It is something like our law of transmissibility of force. So what was the answer? Can someone check 24?
Yes sir.
It should be
Yes,
A.
sir.
It is something like we can. It is not the case that only at one point we have to show couple. असं नसते. We can show at any time. Its effect will not change. The plane बदल म्हणजे effect change होतं असं नाही. It will remain same. You remember this. It is something like law of transmissibility of force. If line of action of resultant force passes through any point, then quickly you can. If you are knowing quickly, number of questions are there we have to cover. जर एखाद्या फोर्सची लाईन ऑफ ऍक्शन एखाद्या पॉइंट मधून जात असेल तर मोमेंट किती असतं तिथं?
0.
0.
A.
A. If resultant force is acting along y axis or vertical, tell me. Resultant force is
Then
acting along y
Summation
axis.
fx is equals to 0.
Summation fx equal to 0.
Summation fx will come 0. And what will come summation fy?
जे काय फोर्स असेल तो.
Very good. That force itself will come summation fy. Like this you have to think, though we are saying immediately summation fx is equal to 0, then what is summation fy? You can form a question, you will get answer. If resultant force is acting along x-axis horizontal, then opposite question of 26, just opposite. Resultant force is acting along
Y is
x-axis.
equal to 0.
Summation y is equal to 0.
And what will be summation fx? That force itself. That force itself. Okay. If resultant force making here it is, yes. If resultant force is making some inclination with horizontal theta, then if resultant force is making some inclination with horizontal force theta, then actually we have discussed this law of triangle.
A option.
Option A.
Resultant force is making some means inclination of resultant with horizontal axis theta is given.
हा सर.
It is as simple as this, and we know with whom inclination is given, so we have to take cosine function.
Cosine function.
Next, the moment of force about any point is geometrically equal to. Can you move it, someone? The area of the single. Just see the moment of a force about any point is geometrically equal to the area of triangle whose base is the line intersecting the force and the vertex is the point about which the moment is taken.
Twice दिले टेबल मध्ये सर.
Okay, but what is this? Have you understood this? What it is given? The moment of force about any point is geometrically equal to. Geometrically equal to. I think this we are not considering. थोडंसं out of syllabus जाते बरं काही. Can somebody has gone through this? The moment of forget about answer, but what it is given we should know. काय दिलंय नक्की?
हो सर ते बघितलं.
बघितलं काय मग आहे का आपल्यामध्ये आपण शिकलो त्याच्यामध्ये आहे का त्याच्या बाहेरच आहे?
नाही सर नाही.
It is not that I was telling. Geometrical mean, arithmetic mean, again one more mean is there. Geometrical, arithmetic, and one more is there. That actually it is not part of syllabus. Syllabus च्या बाहेर जाते थोडस. So still you can.
जर आपण काढून बघितलं तर एखादा ट्रायंगल घेऊन त्या जो व्हर्टेक्स एखादा व्हर्टेक्स घेऊन जर त्या पद्धतीने कॅल्क्युलेट केलं जर सेम आलं तर.
Then okay, but have you observed in our all problems, never we have considered the area of any geometry while calculating moment. Actually, there may be a scope, lot of scope is there, but it is not. म्हणजे आपण कुठल्याच प्रॉब्लेम मध्ये एरियाला आपण गेलो नाही while calculating moment. That's why I was asking. If you can check for your information, your knowledge. You can check, but it is not beyond. It is our beyond scope. आपण जे शिकलोय त्याच्या बाहेरच आहे. It is not in our we can say scope. So there are n number of things are there. It is not the case whatever we are learning only that is in the syllabus. So just you can say out of syllabus something like this. If you want to have a knowledge, you can study. थोडंसं बाहेरचा answer असू द्या काही, but whatever it is given related to area, it is not in our scope. We can say. Couple consist of. Definition itself it is giving. Couple consist of, you know better. How are the two forces? There should be two, like or unlike?
Unlike forces.
Like forces.
Unlike, and what should be their magnitude?
Same.
Same. The two coplanar concurrent forces can be represented by single force. Procedure is called.
splitting the force.
Two coplanar concurrent forces can be represented by single force.
कंपाऊंडिंग फोर्स
Compounding force.
थोडस बघा जरा म्हणजे काय म्हटलंय नक्की इथं टू
Two
कोप्लॅनर
coplanar.
दोन
कॉन्करंट आहे.
forces आपल्याला एक फोर्स मध्ये दाखवायचं म्हणजे रिझल्टंटच म्हणजे रिझल्टंट म्हणजे कंपाऊंडिंग फोर्स.
दॅट्स आय वॉज आस्किंग समबडी हॅज टोल्ड रिव्हर्स स्प्लिटिंग सांगितलं बघा कोणीतरी आन्सर कारण दोन दिलेत ऑलरेडी आणि त्याचा आपण एक फोर्स करणार आहोत म्हणजे त्याला काय म्हणतो आपण व्हॉट वी आर कॉलिंग टू दॅट हँडिंग रिझल्टंट ऑर कंपाऊंडिंग जस्ट चेक आन्सर ॲज वेल 31
Splitting.
स्प्लिटिंग
answer is
हा
B.
B did. No, it should not be B. Two coplanar concurrent forces can be represented by single force. It should be A. The answer A असावं ते B नसायला पाहिजे. If it, then it is wrong in that 31. You can star mark 31 चुकलं. Splitting नाही. One force if at all we are going to resolve it is splitting. Splitting up of forces in number of components is called.
Resolution of force.
Resolution of forces.
Answer हेच पाहिजे resolution. Maybe there is while giving numbering etc. it may happen, but for 32 it should be a resolution. You check it. Principle of transmissibility is only applicable for the body which is
Rigid.
Rigid body.
rigid. Because in our subject we are going to consider rigid only. The force with which body is attracted towards the center of earth.
Weight.
Weight.
The force with which very generalized core physics of question it is core physics question. The force with which body is attracted towards the center due to its weight.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Then
sir.
what is impulsive force? If someone knows can explain here or you can tell. Impulsive force म्हणजे काय? Anybody know? Impulsive and repulsive, I think so. Repulsive means and impulsive. Have you heard come across these two words? Impulsive force. Repulsive, I think repulsive means if you have taken example of what we can say magnet, north pole. If you try to join or make it near north or same pole, maybe north or south. काय होतं मग ते काय होतात दोन नॉर्थ रिपल्शन म्हणतो आपण त्याला किती लाईक पोल्स आर
तर रिपेल करते आणि अनलाईक असतील तर अट्रॅक्ट.
that unlike it is something like unlike impulsive it may be impulsive it is not the case म्हणजे जर बॉडी वरती हवेत असेल तरच खाली येईल. if two bodies are there placed at their one places दोन बॉडी ठेवल्यात एका ठिकाणी they will not have impulsive force म्हणजे त्यांच्यामध्ये काय there is no any kind of force but here what is the answer is given weight it should be weight just check 34.
सर इम्पल्सिव्ह फोर्स काय म्हटला तुम्ही?
Impulsive force means attractive. Impulsive force means what?
सर शॉर्ट टाइम साठी लागू असलेलं फोर्स ना?
Short time.
येस सर.
हा
Impulsive.
सर
ते-
असं ऐकल्यासारखं वाटतंय शॉर्ट
हा सर
Okay.
Ball-
Example. Okay. Example.
क्रिकेट बॅटने सर बॉलला हिट केल्यावर शॉर्ट टाइम साठी लागतंय बघा.
Okay. That
हा,
is
sir, same.
impulsive force. Means we will kick the football. Impulsive force.
येस सर.
Are you sure? Or you feel? तुम्हाला वाटतंय का हे असंच आहे?
तर आतापर्यंत ऐकलेलं सर.
सर.
Okay. You can just. Okay. So these terms may be exactly from your physics, impulsive, repulsive, many more.
बरोबर आहे सर शॉर्ट टाइम साठी असलेला फोर्स.
Okay. Mag coming back to our this statement, the force with which body is attracted towards center of earth.
वेट.
Weight.
वेट
यू मे फील इफ बॉडी इज प्लेस्ड ऑन द ग्राउंड, मग तो फोर्स असतो का बॉडीवरती? व्हॉट इज युअर ओपिनियन? एखादी बॉडी प्लेस केली आपण, इट इज टचिंग टू द अर्थ, इज देयर एनी फोर्स अप्लाइड ऑन द बॉडी? व्हॉट इज युअर ओपिनियन?
Yes, sir. Gravitational force.
Yes, I was expecting same. It is a gravitational force. Still, it is there on the body. So it is not impulsive force. Yes, you are also correct. Because it is not for a shorter time. जे एखादी बॉडी अर्थला टच झाली म्हणजे काम संपलं. It is not like that, no. Still, that is there. It is called as weight. That we are going to see. Okay. C option. Very good. Impulsive for short, and what is repulsive then? You can check that also. Whatever I have told, I feel it is correct. N, north, south pole. You can check in your physics. Which of the
फोर्स तेच येते.
okay, and that I know. If two equal poles will come together, it will repel like this. I heard. Which of the following system forces cannot be reduced to single force? थोडंसं बघा बरं इथं आता. Which of the following system forces cannot be reduced to a single force? We can't find what we are saying resultant कुठल्याच फाइंड आउट करू शकत नाही आपण. नॉन कॉन्करंट फोर्सेस इन स्पेस, नॉन कॉन्करंट फोर्सेस इन प्लेन, पॅरलल फोर्सेस इन स्पेस, पॅरलल फोर्सेस इन प्लेन, ऑल द अबव. बघा बरं, व्हॉट इज अवर फॉर्म्युला? R is equal to summation f x square plus summation f y square. If it is in plane, we can find x component, y component. Parallel forces in space, we
A
can.
option, sir.
Option A will come. A, because they are non-concurrent and in space. The space मध्ये आहेत. That's
Randomly.
why random forces are there. So that's why. If arm of couple is doubled, its moment will be. Arm of couple is doubled, its moment will be. Force couple is equal to what? Magnitude into force. Okay, magnitude into distance. And if force will remain same, what will be the relation between distance and couple? कसलं म्हणायचं त्याला, म्हणजे त्याच्यामध्ये
डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल.
Directly proportional.
directly. If it is directly, means if arm will increase, couple will increase. If arm will half, just check.
कपल विल हाफ. डबल म्हणले सर, मग डबलच होणार.
Just check what is given. Arm of couple is doubled. Means
Sir,
distance.
remains
yeah.
the same, sir.
Remains same.
Yes, sir.
How? If arm of couple means distance is doubled. Means here is it the case that couple is independent on arm? असं आहे का ह्याचं?
तर आपलं डिस्टन्स कुठे सांगितले? फक्त त्यांनी आर्म डबल केली ना.
आर्म म्हणजे डिस्टन्स. आर्म म्हणजे काय? व्हॉट यू अंडरस्टँड फ्रॉम आर्म? डिस्टन्सलाच आर्म म्हटले. ऍक्च्युली आर्म मीन्स व्हॉट, आपण एक एक्झाम्पल बघितलं होतं बघा, वाईल डिस्क्राइबिंग कपल, त्याला बहुतेक आर्म म्हटले. ते दोन साइडला दोन माणसं बसली होते बघा. आर यू रिमेंबरिंग? आणि मध्ये ते पिंड जॉईंट होते, म्हणजे ते काय असते की समथिंग लाईक वेअर किड्स आर प्लेइंग इन गार्डन एटसेट्रा. Whatever it is, okay. Seesaw, you are told that. So that length they are saying, according to me, that total length is arm. Likewise, it is taking. त्याला total length घेतली बघ. So it is good then.
And remains same कसं काय?
Remains same. It don't have what it is. If they are going to reduce, total it will reduce. If they are going to change, total it will change. Means in short, length of that arm doesn't matter. तुमचा जर फोर्स सेम राहणार असेल तर इट इज इंडिपेंडंट ऑन आर्मची लेंथ इथं मॅटर करत नाही. लाईकवाइज इट इज गिव्हन. आर्म मीन्स दॅट इट इज नॉट हाफ डिस्टन्स ऑल्सो. म्हणजे मिडल पासून एका फोर्सचं डिस्टन्स म्हणजे आर्म. व्हॉट आय फील फर्स्टली, बट इट इज नॉट द केस. हे जे आर्म जे म्हटले ते टोटल डिस्टन्स म्हटले, टोटल. दॅट्स इट विल रिमेन सेम. करेक्ट. थोडस थिंक करा. Actually, I thought that force into perpendicular distance. That half distance, I thought that it is arm.
सर सी दिलंय की.
Doubled म्हणलेत.
बी डबल आन्सर
Sir,
आहे.
doubled येईल.
मग आर्म कशाला म्हणलेत ते समजायला पाहिजे. मग त्या टोटल लेंथला आर्म म्हटलेत का हाफ लेंथला म्हणले दॅट ऑल्सो इज
ते आपण
इम्पॉर्टंट.
पहिला कन्सिडर करत होतो तेच sir.
विच वन? टोटल. इथं आर्म
तर
कशाला म्हणतात?
आर्म म्हणजे द परपेंडिक्युलर डिस्टन्स बिटवीन द टू फोर्स फॉर्मिंग अ कपल.
परपेंडिक्युलर डिस्टन्स बिटवीन
हा सर.
दोन फोर्सेस मधला डिस्टन्स. That
हा
is
सर.
arm.
हा.
Okay. Then in answer what it is given doubled. Then a distance force into perpendicular distance equal to couple directly proportional. ते आपलं relation. I will check this one also. I will check. Don't worry. What to whom they want to call arm. इथं arm कुणाला म्हटलेत ना? That also I have to check.
सर परपेंडिक्युलर डिस्टन्स बिटवीन द फोर्सेस आहे सर.
Okay, that still I will check.
सर मग
Because
डबलडच येते सर ऑप्शन.
that will come no because our directly proportional. Here also same. Then what is the answer here? In here it is told that it is half. Halved means made half. Its answer काय दिले बघा 37 चं.
एच आहे
हा.
सर.
It's a sir.
If arm of couple is halved, then not movement. It should be movement. Will be half. Okay. Still I will check. To whom they want to call arm. You remember, meanwhile, directly proportional to arm. To whom they are calling arm, we have to check. But still, you can check. We have to say directly proportional. If it is double, the double. If it is remained half, half. Likewise. Association of group of particles held together by cohesive forces is called. Actually, cohesive forces, etc. I think it is in chemistry. Association of group of particles held together by cohesive forces is called. काय म्हटलं जातं? मास म्हटलं जातं का?
Mass.
हा
Yes,
समास.
it may be mass when according to it is chemistry, cohesive, adhesive, whatever that forces. Particle is nothing but
Point like object with negligible mass.
point like object with negligible mass. Okay, negligible. Here it is called considerable. Here it is called negligible. Both A and B correct. None of this. So option B will come. Negligible mass. That's what is called as particle. Angle made by resultant force with horizontal is given by. As we know, tan theta is equal to summation of y divided by summation of x. No. The force which gives the same effect as number of forces together acting on a body is called
Resultant force.
resultant force. In our second chapter, we are going to come across this second one. That we will see. Lot of disturbance today. Sorry. Okay, sorry for disturbance again. 42 system. We are going to see second chapter, equilibrium. That is also we are going to see in detail. So here there is no confusion. You will get directly answer as a resultant. But equilibrium, what is equilibrium? That we are going to see. Next, system of forces acting on a body can be reduced to number of forces are acting on a body. What it is called? System of forces acting on a body can be reduced to what?
Resultant.
Resultant of force.
Resultant.
Force.
Resultant force.
Very good. Result simple.
सर ते रिझल्टंट 0 काय आहे मग?
Resultant 0 is called equilibrium. Means what? Equilibrium means equilibrium. What do you know about equilibrium as far as chemistry is concerned? तुम्हाला काय माहिती आहे equilibrium म्हणजे काय? Means which stable reaction I think Are you saying something reaction in chemistry is equilibrium, something like this?
रेट ऑफ फॉरवर्ड रिएक्शन इक्वल टू रेट ऑफ बॅकवर्ड रिएक्शन असेल तर इक्विलिब्रियम असतं असं काहीतरी.
Okay. Okay. Then in our case, what is equilibrium? आपल्या केस मध्ये आपला चॅप्टर आहे सेकंड चॅप्टर. What is that equilibrium? Equilibrium means what? Number of forces are acting on body. In short, I will tell. Number of forces are acting on body. Still, body is at rest. काय म्हटलं मी? एखाद्या बॉडीवरती नंबर ऑफ फोर्सेस ऍक्ट होतात. Still, that body is at rest. But it is expected that no. Once number of forces are acting, means body should move. Expected आहे ना आपल्याला. If there is a force, body should move definitely. But in equilibrium, what is happening? Irrespective of number of forces acting on body, body is remaining at rest. That is called as equilibrium. आणि त्या केस मध्ये काय केलं जातं? Whatever resultant we are going to calculate, we are equating to zero. म्हणजे तिथं रिझल्टंट त्याचा झिरो आहे. Likewise, we are saying आपण हे
नेट फोर्स 0.
नेट फोर्स झिरो म्हणता येणार नाही. इफेक्ट ऑफ नेट फोर्स इज झिरो. त्याच्यापासून जो काही इफेक्ट तयार होणार तो झिरो झाला, नलिफाय. और वी कॅन से बॅलन्स्ड. वी कॅन से सिंपल वर्ड्स, बॅलन्सिंग झाले. जेवढे काही फोर्स ऍक्ट होतात बॉडीवर ते सगळे बॅलन्स झाले. बॉडी जाग्यालाच थांबली. That body remains at its own position. That is called as equilibrium. In chemistry, I don't know exactly what is the meaning of the equilibrium, but here it is like this. That's why it is called as resultant is zero. म्हणजे असं म्हणायचं काय की body is at rest. It may not be. That's why system of forces acting on a body can be reduced to resultant is zero. म्हणजे प्रत्येक वेळी असं असेलच का? What do you feel? त्याचा resultant zero असेलच का?
No.
It may not. It may not always. That's why answer is first, resultant force. It is not, third answer is not expected all the time. It may not be true in all cases. That's why first answer. Next. Two equal, what it is called? Okay, two equal opposite forces lying in the same line of action. What? Two equal opposite forces lying in the same line of action. What it is called? Just say, I think the question.
Don't develop couple, sir.
Two equal opposite forces lying in same plane. No, it is saying equal. It is saying opposite.
But line of
Sir,
action is
they will
same.
cut each other.
No, what it is saying? Two equal opposite. Equal opposite lying in same plane.
Same line of action only, sir.
Same line of action.
Like coordinate forces.
Okay. Same line of action. I thought that same line action means they will not develop couple. Very good. They will nullify each other. In short, then the effect zero असेल. Next, force. Very simple. I think we have discussed. What is force? Is it vector? Is it physical quantity? Both A and B. None of this. Whether force is a vector?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then which is this option? C?
Yes, sir.
C should come. Okay. The force which nullify or nullify should be there. Nullify, not nullity. This word is not there in our mechanics. The force which nullify effect of resultant force to zero. Actually, this is not comes under this chapter. This is comes under second chapter. Its answer should be equilibrium. आपण discuss करणार आहोत that. That thing we are going to discuss. Equilibrium. So just check this answer. It should be again A. This not comes under this chapter. And 45, just check whether it is A. Next one. If two coplanar concurrent forces acting on a body, their resultant force calculated graphically. Graphically कसा calculate केला जातो? Which two methods are there for graphical?
Both A and B.
Triangle law and polygon law.
Triangle law and polygon. But out of that, which one is given? Only
Triangle
triangle.
law.
What is cosine law?
Parallelogram law.
Sir, both A
Both
and
A
B.
and B.
Both A and B.
Parallelogram law कसं sir?
If two coplanar concurrent forces acting on a body, their resultant calculated graphically.
ते parallelogram analytically मध्ये येते ना.
Analytically, but we can form a parallelogram as well. We have studied under what we can see in what analytical method. आपण फॉर्म्युला वापरून काढलं, but it is possible. ते पॉसिबल सुद्धा आहे. If we will form a parallelogram, here you remember, it is not coming only. आपल्या सिलेबस मध्ये अनालिटिकल मध्ये फक्त ते दाखवलेलं आहे. बट वी कॅन गो फॉर दॅट ऑल्सो प्रॅक्टिकली आपण पॅरलोग्राम फॉर्म करून त्याच्यामधून बरोबर डायगोनल काढून वी कॅन फाइंड अ रिझल्टंट ऍज वेल. सो दॅट्स व्हाय देयर मे बी टू आन्सर्स.
Both A and B, C option, sir.
It will come. We have studied only analytical as a part of syllabus. In syllabus, it is mentioned only analytically parallelogram of forces, but it is possible. If more than two coplanar concurrent or non-concurrent forces acting on the body, their resultant is calculated. Just check here also polygon and triangle should come.
Both A and B.
Both A and B.
Okay, if closing side of polygon has zero length, it indicate. Okay, closing side of polygon means resultant. It indicate resultant. If resultant is zero, then what will happen?
Couple is developed.
No, resultant is zero.
Body is in equilibrium.
Just check according to me this option. Resultant is zero आहे तिथं त्या बॉडीचा, म्हणजे all forces are got cancelled to each other. Nullify
sir.
means body is in equilibrium. Just check answer simultaneously. I'm just telling my answers. Body is in there. C should be there. 48. Just check. Or some other is given. When a force is resolved into mutually perpendicular components, they are very simple. दोन component कसे असतात?
Orthogonal components.
Orthogonal component. If body is acted upon by a coplanar non-concurrent forces, it may be. If body is acted upon by coplanar non-concurrent forces, it may be. Coplanar non-concurrent forces, it may be. Upon by coplanar non-concurrent forces, it may be. Rotate about itself without moving. Move in one direction, rotating about itself. Be completely at rest. All the above. Just see the situation.
Move in any one direction about itself.
Move in one direction, rotating about itself. Coplanar. Actually, if we say it is rotating, so it is not given. No, body is fixed at one point. Rotate होण्यासाठी okay, it may rotate and not necessary one point is fixed. You rotate होऊ शकते. Very good, and it will move also. Very good. So what is the answer? This one. Okay, whatever you were taking. Just check, cross check the answers. Just we should not discuss. 1 kilogram force is equal to. What is the answer for 51? 51. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
माहित नाही तुम्ही आला नाही कधी फिजिक्स इन फिजिक्स you have not came across this 1 kg.
Sir, 9.81.
This is famous, no? 9.81. The resultant of two forces is equal to each other force. The angle between them is. The resultant of two forces is equal to each of the force. म्हणजे दोन फोर्सचा रिझल्टंट हा तोच फोर्स आहे.
120 degree, sir.
120 degree.
How you have calculated this? What is logic means?
Sir, MCQ JEE ला होतात कधी लक्षात.
There should be logic no behind how you are saying this. The resultant of two forces is equal to what is value of cos 120?
Sir, R च्या व्हॅल्यूत आपण ठेवलं तर तसंच येणार. Theta 120.
Okay, means you have kept that value in our that law of parallelogram of forces. What is value of cos 120? That value you have put and you have got, no? It may be the question. Just check. Then again their answer is coming like this. Or what is perfect logic behind this, you will see. Which of the following statement is correct? Have you read it? Many more questions are there still. Which of the following statement is correct? A force is an agent which produces or tends to produce motion. Both A and B. No, force is an agent which destroys or tends to destroy motion. म्हणजे काय यायला पाहिजे? C यायला पाहिजे. C, it should come C. The ideal condition assumed in mechanics are body is rigid. Okay. Body can be treated as continuum. What is meaning of continuum? Chemistry. What is meaning of continuum? म्हणजे बॉडी डिफॉर्म होणार नाही म्हणजेच रिजिड परत. Or it is what we can say, body either first option should be there or C should be there. But are you knowing meaning of continuum?
कंटिन्युअस लिहायचं असेल तर
Different
त्यांना
Huh? What? Continuous body म्हणजे काय? If it is continuous, मला वाटतं की ते continuous पाहिजे. हा? Option A is okay. 100% A is correct. But what is this? Continuum means what? Continuum. It is
which adjacent angle is different from each other.
adjacent angles different.
From each other.
It may not be. Here there is no question of angle, etc. It is related to body. Body ची property आहे काहीतरी continuum. Property of body. What it is?
सर गुगल वरती कंटिन्युअस डिस्ट्रीब्युशन ऑफ मॅटर म्हणतात.
Okay, continuous.
हा सर आम्ही पण बॉडी कंटिन्युअस ऐकलंय कधी कंटिन्युम नाही ऐकलं
Okay,
आतापर्यंत.
distribution of particles in body is continuous. Actually, whether we are going in that thing while applying forces, म्हणजे आपण मेकॅनिक स्टडी करताना आपण बॉडी कशी आहे याचा विचार केलाय का आतापर्यंत? If not, we are considering body is rigid, it is not getting deformed. But is it the case that we are considering how is the body or how it is made? If you are not thought, if at all it will made with, okay, so let be A and B. आपण गेलो नाही इतक्या डेप्थ मध्ये की बॉडीचं पार्टिकल डिस्ट्रीब्युशन कसं आहे.
सर ते मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया काढताना वगैरे गेलं
काय म्हणून
हा सर हा
हा इन दॅट
इंटिग्रेशन वेळी सर. हा
okay. Then in that case here in general it is asked for mechanics, so option C should be there. Then B is fixed or no question, then also we have to consider this. Then A and B, just check A and B.
हा सर आयडियल म्हणजे कंटिन्युअस असायलाच पाहिजे.
That also we can think if there is ideal means okay. I think problems are there now. A force of 100 Newton is acting 30 degree west of south away from the point. Obtain two rectangular components. Just check. Acting 30 degree west of south. म्हणजे वेस्ट कडून साऊथ कडे जाताना. Can someone has solved this? कोणी सोडवलंय का हे? X component and Y component. A force of 100 Newton is acting 30 degree west of south. Southwest means with horizontal it will make 60 degree angle. West, south, and acting where it is called from away from the point. Means in which quadrant it will come? Third quadrant.
थर्ड क्वाड्रंट.
Tell me the value of 100 cos 60. किती सांगा बरं? 100 cos 60. 50 again it should be minus. म्हणजे एक तरी ऑप्शन B यायला पाहिजे किंवा D यायला पाहिजे. Next you tell me what is value of 100 sin 60.
सर थर्ड क्वाड्रंट दोन्ही निगेटिव्ह.
दोन्ही निगेटिव्ह म्हणजे हेच ऑप्शन यायला पाहिजे. A, option A. By default, option A will come. This force will come into third quadrant. The algebraic sum of the resolved part of number of parts of forces in given direction is equal to the resolved part of their resultant in the same direction. This is known as काय म्हटले बघा, very lengthy sentence. What it is telling? The algebraic sum of the resolved parts of number of parts means the algebraic sum of resolved parts of number of parts of forces means they want to say summation fx and summation fy in given direction is equal to the resolved part of their resultant in the same direction. This is called principle of independence of force, principle of resolution of force, principle of transmissibility of force. None of this. Actually, first you may not be heard principle of independence. आपल्याला माहितीच नाही काय what is this actually.
नन ऑफ दिस.
None of this. हे होऊ शकत नाही का प्रिन्सिपल ऑफ रेझोल्युशन ऑफ फोर्स? what I feel, why it is not coming?
सर
Uh,
सर क्वेश्चन नंबर 55 आपण हे म्हणलं तिथं cos 30 हॉरिझॉन्टल आहे ना सर?
नाही नाही cos 30 no वेस्ट कडून साऊथ कडे, वेस्ट टू साऊथ, सॉरी वेस्ट इज टुवर्ड्स दिस नो, वेस्ट ईस्ट, वेस्ट टू साऊथ 30. Okay, then it is reverse.
सी सर.
Okay. I thought it is vertical. Okay, sorry. I have taken 30 with vertical. That's why 60 with horizontal. Then C will come. Just values will interchange. Nothing. Nothing. Okay. West to south. West of south म्हणजे west to south. Likewise, you have to take. Here,
ऑप्शन मध्ये
56.
डी दिलेले
कशाच्या?
55 क्वेश्चनचा आन्सर डी दिले.
वेस्ट ऑफ साऊथ डी दिला असेल तर ते चुकलेलं असणार आहे. सी घ्या, 30 डिग्री अँगल. म्हणजे ते काय असं आयडियल नाही. समवन वी हॅव क्रिएटेड ऑल टीचर्स टुगेदर. सगळ्या मेकॅनिक्सच्या टीचरने बसून तयार केलेलं आहे हे. इट इज नॉट समवेअर फ्रॉम केम. इट मे हॅपन सर सर्टन मिस्टेक्स. काय आता क्वेश्चन बघितले आपण आउट ऑफ सिलेबसचे पदार्थ, म्हणजे पुढे शिकणार आहे आताच टाकले. लेट इट बी. The algebraic sum of resolved parts of number of force in given equal to resolved part of their resultant. According to me, हे रिझॉल्व्हचं प्रिन्सिपल म्हणू शकू आपण याला. असं काय आपण वाचलं नाही की ह्यालाच म्हणतात. बट अकॉर्डिंग टू मी इट मे हॅपन. कुठलं उत्तर दिलंय बघा बरेच.
तर सर ते व्हॅरिग्नॉन थेरमचं पण असंच आहे की सेम?
नाही ते मोमेंट साठी आहे ना, ते रिझोल्युशन थ्योरीसाठी थोडंच. ते तिथं आपण मोमेंट विचार करतो. रिझल्टंटचं मोमेंट आणि सगळ्या फोर्सचं मोमेंट आणि इक्वल आहे असं म्हणतो. पण इथं काय म्हटलंय, हे याच्यासाठी रिझोल्युशन नंतर म्हटले. दॅट्स व्हाय आय एम सेइंग इट मे बी द आन्सर रिझोल्युशन ऑफ फोर्सेस. जस्ट चेक.
तेच दिले सर.
हा सर, रिझोल्युशन ऑफ
इट इज रिलेटेड टू रिझोल्युशन. लक्षात ठेवा, हे रिझोल्युशनच्या रिलेटेड आहे, ते मोमेंटच्या रिलेटेड आहे. व्हॅरिग्नॉन थेरम हे बाय डिफॉल्ट ऍप्लिकेबल टू मोमेंट अँड इट्स युजेस टू लोकेट व्हॉट वी कॅन से, वी हॅव टू लोकेट पोझिशन ऑफ रिझल्टंट. व्हॅरिग्नॉन. द प्रोसेस ऑफ फाइंडिंग आउट रिझल्टंट फोर्स इज कॉल्ड. The process of finding out resultant
Composition.
very simple. When a force is resolved into mutually perpendicular components, they are
orthogonal
components.
when a force is resolved, okay, orthogonal means perpendicular to each other. Very simple. If two forces F1 F2 are acting on a particle theta equal to 120, then resultant of two forces is given by exactly opposite to each other. Theta 120 means कसा काढायचा त्यांचा इफेक्ट. Actually here condition is not given. There are two
सर
forces.
F1 F2 greater or small than?
F1 F2 are acting on a particle. Theta is 180. Okay, the resultant of two forces is given by. कसा असू शकतो मग रिझल्टंट?
कोणतं मोठं
कोणतं मोठं सर ते तर द्यायला पाहिजे होतं.
It should be given. That condition is not given. Who is greater, F1 or F2? A subtraction will come. Okay. Subtraction will
सर इथं
come.
ऑप्शन मध्ये तर बी एकच आहे सर, मायनस तिथं.
हा तर
एकच आहे म्हणजे एकच असणार आहे. म्हणजे बाय डिफॉल्ट दे हॅव अज्युम्ड F1 is greater than F2. आन्सर मध्ये बघा काय दिलंय. येस, 59 च दिलेलं आहे. मीन्स बाय डिफॉल्ट इट इज अज्युम्ड. ते बाय डिफॉल्ट अज्युम केलेलं आहे. ओके. मोमेंट इज अ free vector, fixed vector. Actually, free and fixed means what? It will change the location, whether effect will remain same. Something like our law of transmissibility of force. Something like our law of transmissibility of force. याच्यासारखं आहे बघा. म्हणजे एखादा मोमेंट जर आपण त्याची जागा बदलली तर त्याचा इफेक्ट चेंज होतो का बॉडीवरचा? डू यू फील? जसं की आपण म्हणतो, इफ यू विल शो फोर्स ऑन इट्स लाईन ऑफ ऍक्शन, इट विल नॉट चेंज इट्स इफेक्ट. लाईकवाईज वी आर सेइंग. करेक्ट. इज इट द केस फॉर दिस? याच्यासाठी असू शकतं का? व्हॉट इज युअर ओपिनियन?
सर फ्री वेक्टर असेल, फक्त परपेंडिक्युलर डिस्टन्स मॅटर करते ना सर?
दॅट्स ओनली परपेंडिक्युलर डिस्टन्स मॅटर्स. फोर्स
फ्री वेक्टरच सर.
इट विल कम फ्री. Even you can search what is free and force. You can search on Google what is free and force, but it will come free. Something like our law of transmissibility of force. 60 is not given, but it will come free. Just check once again, cross check. According to me, it is free. Last one, which of the following is scalar quantity? Your 12th class. Just check. Scalar. No worry. Speed.
Speed.
Okay. Speed it will come. With this, just we have discussed. Okay. Next lecture also, I want to continue. Shall I give a break of 5 minutes? You can understand, just we are discussing, we are not solving anything, so you may feel a little uncomfortable. Will you take, I will not stop the recording, etc. I will continue. Shall we discuss continuously or shall we stop for 2 minutes?
Continue, sir.
It's almost 11:12. Means, you can get fresh. Okay, I will share other screen within 5 minutes. Just check whether screen is changed.
Yes, sir.
Whether screen is changed.
Yes, sir.
Is it minimized or what you are observing on the screen?
Sir, black.
Black.
Yes, sir. Now your video is on, sir.
Okay, just check now.
Sir, desktop. Blank, sir.
Okay, is it changing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This one you can take. I will give 5 minutes. I will not stop. You can get fresh. You can understand. Just within. If you want to become a little refresh, you can. I'm not going to stop lecture. Just 2 minutes. Within 2 minutes, we will start. Meanwhile, those who want to write syllabus, meanwhile you can write. Meanwhile, just within 2 minutes, we will.
सर ते पहिल्या असाइनमेंट मध्ये एमसीक्यू लिहायचे ना सगळे.
नाही एमसीक्यू नाही लिहायचे. मी प्रॉब्लेम देतोय, 3 क्वेश्चन देतो, 3 प्रॉब्लेम आणि 3 डिस्क्रिप्टिव्ह क्वेश्चन. That I will give. That I will give today, if possible. Don't worry, you go for study. I will give 2-3 problems. Okay.
सर
I'll give Okay, shall we start? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, just we will discuss again. Theory part is there. Equilibrium of rigid bodies. So after studying coplanar of resultant forces, how to find resultant from that? Okay, Piyush. Piyush, am I audible? Piyush. Okay. Equilibrium of rigid bodies. After finding the resultant of coplanar forces, again this one is simple. Only one condition we are going to give in this chapter. Means as I told earlier, that is the meaning of this. So let us see what is that. So I will give opportunity. So only I am talking. Rule number 19. I want to ask him to read. Who will read a syllabus for second chapter? Who will read? Who want to read? Just we have to read, nothing. There is no, only we have to read the syllabus, nothing else. कुणाला वाचू वाटतंय का नाही?
Can I, sir?
हा.
Syllabus: equilibrium of coplanar forces, analytical and graphical conditions of equilibrium, different type of supports, free body diagram, Lami's theorem, friction, type of friction, limiting friction, law of friction, statics and dynamic friction, inclined planes, ladder support reaction of statically determinate beam with point loads, inclined loads, uniformly disturbed load, uniformly varying loads and couples, principle of virtual work, concept only, introduction to force in space.
Very good. Thank you. Uniformly distributed. That was the word. You have told something about uniformly distributed. Okay. So once again, I will read what it is there in the syllabus. Equilibrium of coplanar forces. So we better know now what is equilibrium. So sorry, what is coplanar? We studied. Now we will see what is its equilibrium. Then analytical and graphical conditions. Analytical using formulas, graphical. Again, we have to see that graphical method. But as we are studying this virtually or online, it is very difficult to go for graphical. That again we will see how it can be done proper way. Conditions of equilibrium, different types of supports, free body diagram. Free body diagram is called as FBD, capital FBD. FBD stands for free body diagram. Lami's theorem. What the way we have used one of the theorem in first chapter. Likewise, here also we are going to use one most important theorem. It is called Lami's theorem. So which principle we have used or which theorem we have used in first chapter? Once again, I will ask. Just now we have discussed which was that theorem which we have used in first chapter.
Varignon theorem?
Varignon theorem.
Varignon theorem. What was Varignon theorem? What was that?
Summation of moment due to all the forces is equals to moment due to resultant.
And why for it is used?
To locate the position of resultant.
To locate the position of the resultant. It was. Now similarly, one most important theorem we are going to see, Lami's theorem. Most important. It is very interesting. It is very interesting. Lami's theorem is very interesting. You will, once we will solve a problem now, you will come to know that it is very interesting. Friction, types of friction, limiting friction. Friction, whether you have come across friction, maybe in your 12th, 11th, somewhere.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you are knowing about friction. What is friction? So you might be knowing now. I will not ask what you know. So yesterday I have given an example. Why it is possible for us to walk on the earth or on floor due to what? Due to friction. Why vehicles are? It is possible vehicles to ride a vehicle, we can see, or to move a vehicle due to friction. There is a friction. That's why we are moving here and there. If there is no friction, it is very difficult to walk. Even vehicles can't move on the road. Okay, from smooth surface. Types of friction, limiting friction. This is also important concept. Static and dynamic friction. Included inclined plane. Sorry, it is on inclined plane. Ladders, support reactions of statistically determined beams with point load that we are going to see. Yeah. Point load, inclined load, uniformly distributed load. Uniformly distributed load, uniformly varying load. Varying means changing. That also we are going to see. Couples. We know principle of virtual work. Principle of virtual means what? Virtual. Virtual.
Not physical.
Not physical. I have told in our learning method, but virtual means actual. What? Virtual. Virtual. As far as our subject is concerned, not physical. That meaning I have told whatever we are learning the subject, our learning process. आपण कसं लर्न करतो शिकतोय ते व्हर्च्युअल आहे थोडक्यात समथिंग लाईक दिस नॉट फिजिकल नाहीतर यू आर नॉट इन फ्रंट ऑफ मी फिजिकली नॉट somebody want to tell Rutuja, you want to tell something? Virtual means what? Not actual. Something like this. Virtual. We cannot say imaginary also. आपण imaginary सुद्धा म्हणू शकत नाही something like this. Imaginary means totally different. Like it will go in something other way. Or we can say not physical is also okay. It is not physically there, but it is happening. It is virtual. For that concept, we will see concept only and introduction to forces in space. So you might have written the syllabus. Shall we go next?
Yes, sir.
Actually, why I am showing this, these many things we are going to learn. So you should go through this, because we should know, means where we want to know, where we want to go, that we should know in advance. की आपल्याला जायचं आहे कुठं हे आपल्याकडे फिक्स पाहिजे. That's why I'm showing the syllabus, what we are going to learn. Suppose you went to on ST stand. So your journey, you want to know where you want to go. तुम्हाला कुठं जायचं हे तुम्हाला माहिती आहे. That's why it is something like this. It is not the like blindly I am saying this, that, everything. It should not be. That's why as a part of this hours teaching, I am showing what is this equilibrium. After that, introduction. Very interesting. Introduction. Equilibrium is the condition of body which keeps the body at rest, even though it is acted upon a number of forces. So just before I have told this, what is equilibrium? If I will say two things, if I will say two things here, one is body is at rest, number one, and number two, body is in equilibrium. असं मी तुम्हाला दोन वाक्य सांगितले. Or I have given two conditions for you. Which are they? First one is body is at rest. I have told like this, body is at rest, and number two, I have told body is in equilibrium. What do you understand from these two sentences or these two conditions? काय तुम्हाला वाटतं की या दोन कंडिशन वरून? So whatever I have told, body is in rest, okay, body is in equilibrium. मी एका बाजूला म्हणतोय body is at rest, and on the other hand I am saying body is in equilibrium. What do you feel, or what is your opinion about these two conditions? या दोन कंडिशन वर तुमचं मत काय आहे? On the one hand, I am saying body is at rest. Is it the case that body is at rest? Is it the case that there is a something force acting on that body? Body rest लाच आहे. त्याच्यावर असं म्हणू शकतो का? Can we say like this? There is a force which is acting on a body. Are you with me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
force.
Rutuja, your voice is not clear. Just check your internet. Your voice is breaking. I think you are in poor network. Just check. Okay. What is equilibrium? In short, irrespective of number of forces acting on body, irrespective of number of forces acting on body remains at rest or stationary. That is called as equilibrium. So what was the meaning in your chemistry? I don't know that equilibrium. But here in our case, irrespective of having number of forces acting on body is remaining at its stationary position or is at rest. That is called as equilibrium. Equilibrium means what? कशाला म्हणायचं equilibrium? Are you with me? Or I'm not
Yes,
getting.
sir.
तुम्हाला समजतंय का समजत नाही? At least that you can tell. काय बोलतोय? कोण सांगताय मग? What do you understand by equilibrium? असा प्रश्न विचारला तुम्हाला. Somebody has asked you. What do you understand by equilibrium? मग तुमचं काय उत्तर असलं पाहिजे?
Body remains at rest after applying forces.
Body remains at rest after applied forces. Okay. This may be the correct answer, but in little way. हे जर असं सांगितलं, irrespective of applying number of forces on body remains at its own position or it remains in stationary position. जरी एखाद्या बॉडीवरती नंबर ऑफ फोर्सेस ऍक्ट झाले तरी सुद्धा ती बॉडी जागणं हलत नाही थोडक्यात. Or it is remaining at its own position. It is remaining at its constant position. That condition is called as equilibrium. Okay. Why it is happening so? कशामुळे होतं असं मग? इतके फोर्स लावलेत आपण बॉडीवरती आणि बॉडी एकाच जागेला थांबली. Why it is happening so according to you?
Forces balanced.
Forces are balanced to each other. सगळे फोर्स एकमेकांना बॅलन्स होतात. All forces, whatever it may be the number of forces acting on the body, it is getting balanced. That's why this condition arises. So that you should know. Body is at rest. There is no question of any force. The body is at rest. Okay. But irrespective of having number of forces acting on a body is still remaining at its own position. It means it is in equilibrium. So that means that body is remaining in equilibrium. That we have to know. Okay. Further, here also we are going to solve number of problems. In this, so that we will see which problems we are going to solve and others. Okay, so here while studying the statistics, statics, here the word is missed now. It should be statics. Equilibrium plays a key role, deal with the action of forces act on the body and produces no effect on it, or in other words, when resultant of the system is zero, body is said to be equilibrium. So whatever I have told, resultant of all the system of forces is zero. It is called as equilibrium. Or in general, you can tell irrespective of having n number of forces acting on a body, body is at stationary. You can show in that way also. So equilibrium forces, the set of forces which keeps the body in equilibrium. These are the forces, equilibrium forces. These are the set of forces which keep body is in equilibrium. Equilibrium. So we have seen what the way resultant, Likewise, this is one force. An equilibrium is a single force which nullify the effect of forces acting on a body and keeps the body at rest. So this may be asked, or it is very frequently this term will come in front of you. What is equilibrium? So an equilibrium is a single force which nullify the effect of forces acting on a body and keeps the body at rest. Keeps the body at rest. Okay. It is a single force like resultant. Like resultant. Ha resultant सारखा एक single forces आहे. But what is its job or what is its work? Which nullify the effect of forces acting on a body. याचा job काय आहे? To nullify the effect of all the forces which are acting on the body and keep the body at rest. Keep the body at rest. Then equilibrium acts along with the system. Equilibrium acts along with the system. In previous chapter we have studied the resultant force. It is single force which represent the system. Now you tell me, you apply your mind now and you tell me what will be the difference between resultant force and equilibrium. What do you feel? दोन्हीत काय फरक असू शकतो? What will be the difference between resultant and equilibrium? Or both are same? Equilibrium and resultant. What will be the exact difference between these two? मला exact difference काय असू शकतो?
इक्विलिब्रियम मध्ये रेस्ट मध्ये असतं ना सर बॉडी.
Okay. And that is there. Condition is okay. In equilibrium, body is at rest. But resultant, I am telling about what is difference between resultant and this equilibrium. We are going to see. Don't worry. But let me know. Is it possible for you to tell? We are going to study next difference. But do you feel there is any difference?
रिझल्टंट मध्ये रिझल्टंट हा सगळ्या फोर्सला बॅलन्स करताना इथं कॅन्सल करतो.
बॅलन्स करतो म्हणता येईल का? बॅलन्स म्हणजेच कॅन्सल. बॅलन्स रिप्रेझेंट म्हणायचं. रिप्रेझेंट शब्द वापरला. सगळ्या फोर्स सिस्टीमला रिप्रेझेंट करणारा कोण? रिझल्टंट. सगळ्या फोर्सला. म्हणजे क्लासमध्ये कसा असतो? मॉनिटर वी कॅन से क्लास व्हॉट वी आर सेइंग रिप्रेझेंटेटिव्ह. तो सगळ्या क्लासचा रिप्रेझेंटेटिव्ह मीन्स ही रिप्रेझेंट अ क्लास म्हणजे तो रिझल्टंट झाला सगळ्यांचा. So that something like that. Resultant represent a force system. तो force system सगळे represent करतो. That is resultant. And what is equilibrium? It is a single force की तो resultantचा effect झिरो करतो. Something like this. म्हणजे resultant ला oppose करतो तो. So that body will remain in equilibrium. Are you getting? So that body will remain in equilibrium. We will see. Don't worry. Relation between resultant and equilibrium. Relation between resultant and equilibrium. Are you noting down? So just a basics, you should note down. Are you noting down this? Either take screenshot or write in your notebook. At least in your words. In your words. Okay. Shall we go next?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just see now. Relation between resultant and equilibrium. Relation between resultant and equilibrium. Resultant force is a single force when act instead of system produces the same effect as a system of a body. It means resultant is a single force. In short, it represents a force system. On the other hand, here you can see equilibrium nullifies the effect of force system and it is also single force. Both are the single force. Resultant is also single force, equilibrium is also single force, but resultant represent total forces. It is a representation of total force system, but this equilibrium is what? It nullifies the effect of that system, whatever it may be the number of forces in the system. Its job of equilibrium is to nullify its effect. त्याला झिरो करून टाकणे. रिझल्टंटला झिरो करायचं काम कोणाचं आहे? इक्विलिब्रियमचं. You remember in short like this. Therefore, these two forces must be equal in magnitude and opposite in direction and collinear. Means we know we have calculated resultant for collinear forces or coplanar forces. That force we have shown by angle theta. Now, whatever effect is produced by number of forces, we have represented by resultant R. But what we are saying in equilibrium, that R is becoming zero, nullified. कधी नलिफाय होऊ शकतो एखाद्या फोर्सचा इफेक्ट, एखाद्या फोर्सला आपण कधी बॅलन्स करू शकतो? इन शॉर्ट, व्हेरी सिंपल क्वेश्चन. देर इज अ वन फोर्स and I want to nullify its effect. काय करायला पाहिजे मला? What I should do? There is one force and I want to nullify its effect. What shall I do? I have to apply.
मॅग्निट्यूडचा फोर्स अपोजिट डायरेक्शन.
Very good. That is the logic. Simple. I have to apply same magnitude force in opposite direction or collinear with that force in opposite direction. मला काय केलं पाहिजे? त्याचा जर इफेक्ट झिरो करायचा असेल तर मला काय केलं पाहिजे? I have to apply one force which is opposite in direction and equal in magnitude. And obviously it should be collinear. It should be collinear by default. So that is the work of equilibrium. Equilibrium can be determined by obtaining resultant first. पहिल्यांदा काय करायचं? We have to obtain resultant first and considering the collinear same magnitude and opposite direction force to be equilibrium. To be equilibrium. Actually, nobody will ask to calculate equilibrium, but this is just for our information. How we can find equilibrium? So we should find first resultant, then we have to apply equal in magnitude as like resultant and opposite in direction. One force we have to apply so that that system will be remain or that body will remain at its stationary position. Okay. Likewise, also we can go. Just note down this. Are you writing this?
Yes, sir.
Either you can write or you can take screenshot. Don't worry. Many more things are there. Theoretical part we are discussing. So you can see resultant is also one force, equilibrium is also one force. Resultant is representing total number of forces in the system, and what is equilibrium is doing? It nullifies the resultant or it nullifies all the forces togetherly. That is resultant. Equilibrium काय करतोय? सगळ्यांचे इफेक्ट झिरो करून टाकतो. आणि resultant काय करतोय? सगळ्यांना रिप्रेझेंट करतोय. Whatever it may be the number of forces in the system, it is representing all forces. That is a resultant. Okay. After that, difference between resultant and equilibrium. What is a resultant and what is equilibrium? It is a single force, as we discussed, which can produce the same effect produced by all forces acting on body. It is a single force which can produce the same effect produced by all forces acting on body. What it is here? It is a single force which when acts with other forces brings set of forces and the body in equilibrium. Both are single, okay, but one is produced effect same as all forces, means representing all forces, but what other is doing? Force which act when other forces bring set of forces and body in equilibrium, or in short you can remember it is acting opposite to resultant, so that body will remain in equilibrium. Here you can see it acts instead of system of forces, it acts along with system of forces. So here, okay, it's act instead of system or it is representing system, okay, resultant. But are you getting what it is meaning of this second point from equilibrium? It acts along with the system means what? It acts along with the system of forces. Anybody? What here we want to say? It acts along with the system means what? म्हणजे ज्यावेळी फोर्सेस ऍक्ट होतील त्यावेळी इक्विलिब्रियंट पाहिजे. It should be, then only body will remain in constant or stationary position, or we can say at rest. It should not happen that number of forces are acting now and after some time equilibrium is acting. The body एका जागेला थांबेल का? Do you feel like this? Whenever there will be forces, there should be this equilibrium. ज्यावेळी काय forces act होतील, at that time only this also it should come. That's why it is called, it acts along with the system. Next one, it causes displacement of body, or it is the cause of displacement. Resultant मुळे displacement होऊ शकतं बॉडीचं, or it is a cause, it is must. Resultant मुळे displacement होतं. It here you can see it keeps the body at rest. Equilibriumचं कामच आहे ते, बॉडीला रेस्ट वरती ठेवणं, बॅलन्सिंग करणं. That is the work of equilibrium. Represented by R, we know capital R, here capital E, denoted by E. It does not keep bodies in equilibrium. It is part of, or it is a job of equilibrium. It does keep body in equilibrium. It keeps body in equilibrium. Okay. Equilibrium is equal in magnitude but opposite in direction to resultant. So that one sentence I have added at the last. What is that? Equilibrium is equal in magnitude but opposite in direction to resultant. Opposite in direction to resultant. What the way we have studied. Getting?
Yes, sir.
Very simple. Only theoretical part is there. So just we have to see. Next one. Hereafter, whenever we will solve the problems of mechanics, one word will come in front of you always. What was that? Free body diagram. Free body and free body diagram. What does it mean by free body? Means whenever we are considering any rigid body or body in general, whenever in mechanics we are seeing body, it means rigid body. So what is free body and free body diagram? So second one is called as FBD. Famously, I will write here. So this one word will come always into picture. FBD. So if I will say draw the FBD of that, so you should not be under confusion. What is FBD? So FBD stands for free body diagram. So first we have to see what is free body. What is free body? A body when separated from the surrounding. A body when separated from the surroundings without any force shown on it, it is called as free body. Means in our subject, a body may be acted upon number of forces, but for our convenience, once we are going to show that body without any forces, that body is called as free body. Means without forces. A body without any force. So here it is. A body without any force is called as free body. And it's a free body. And what is free body diagram? A diagram of free body along with the active and reactive forces is known as free body diagram. Are you getting? So here we are necessary to draw free body diagram. Whatever it may be the active and reactive. So this one word is the most important, reaction. So you might be coming across this word reaction. Reactions also we have to show for our forces. Whenever there is action, there is a reaction. We know this. Whenever there is action, there is a reaction. Means a diagram of the free body along with active and reactive forces is known as free body diagram. So once problems will start, I may say in between, draw the free body diagram of this. So immediately you should draw a diagram only forces, whatever it may be the forces acting on body, you should be able to draw that. So it is called as free body diagram. Free body means what? Free body without any force. Irrespective of number of forces are acting on the body, we should not show any force. So it is free body. Now what is free body diagram? A diagram of free body along with active and reactive force is known as free body diagram. Next one is significance. Significance. Problems are simplified by constructing FBD. Means once we are going to solve problems, to make it simpler, because the problem जर आपल्याला simpler करायचा असेल, we have to draw its free body. It is most important. It is for our convenience. We should draw its free body diagram. Only that body, active and reactive forces, so that we can check distances, we can find angles, and further calculations will become easy. That's why it is necessary to draw the free body diagram of any loading, we can say, or any force system. That is important. A force system acting on two or more bodies can be shown properly by this system or by this diagram. it may not be the case. It may not be the case that only few forces are acting on a body, or only one body is there. It is happening rarely. There may be the number of bodies, and that on that number of bodies, number of forces may act. On that bodies, number of forces may act. So it is always necessary to draw a free body diagram of that. It is always necessary to draw free body diagram of that. So it is very simple. There is no, we can say, a lot of things are there, simple things are there, we can understand easily. Free body diagram means what? Free body, what is meant by free body and free body diagram? Are you with me? What is meant by free body? What do you understand by free body?
Without any force.
Without any force.
Okay, when we are separating body without any force, or we are showing any body without force, एखादी फक्त बॉडीज दाखवतो, सगळे फोर्स आपण काढून टाकतो. So we are saying it as a free body. And what is free body diagram? What is free body diagram, or FBD? FBD, we are saying a diagram with free body along with
Active and reactive forces.
means body plus forces. Body plus forces means free body diagram. And why we have to go for this? याच्यासाठी का जायचं? Why? What is the significance of FBD?
Simplify the
प्रॉब्लेम सिंपल होता है.
Problems are simple or easy for calculation. We can go for calculation easily. That's why it is necessary to draw free body diagram. Okay. Next one. So I have noted down this. थोड़ा सा note करा. Tomorrow you can write in your notebook. Tomorrow you can write in your notebook. Actual problems you will start maybe from tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Have you noted down this?
Yes, sir.
In your own word, you can. You can. I'm going to ask a notebook. Don't worry. Next one. Analytical conditions of equilibrium. Analytical means what? Analytical
Calculation.
calculation. Now we are most important. The core part of this chapter is coming here now. Core part. As we know, when body is in equilibrium, then its resultant is zero. But we know the formula for resultant. What was that? R is equal to
Under root summation f square plus summation f y square.
we know a resultant is given by under root summation fx square plus summation fy square. But what we are saying, but in equilibrium R is becoming zero, resultant is becoming zero. So resultant zero असेल तर मला सांगा यातल्या कुठल्या टर्म झिरो व्हायला पाहिजे फ्रॉम दिस?
Both.
Both or one?
Both.
Both. It should be both. So these are two most important analytical conditions for equilibrium. जर एखादी, what do you understand from this? ह्याच्यावरून तुम्हाला काय कळतंय? Summation of all x components in the force system is zero. Summation of all y components in the system is zero. These are the first two conditions of equilibrium. If body is in equilibrium, summation of all x components will be zero. At the same time, summation of all y components will be zero. Okay. Also, next one. Also, according to Varignon theorem, what we know? Varignon theorem, summation of moment due to all the forces. Summation of moment due to all the forces in the system is equal to moment due to resultant. Here also you can show. We know as the body is in equilibrium means what? Resultant is zero. If body is in equilibrium, it means resultant is zero. Then this terminology, summation of moments due to all the forces will also become zero. So hence conditions for equilibriums are, how many conditions for equilibrium are there? If body is in equilibrium, what should be the zero? काय झिरो होणार आहे. दॅट कंडिशन्स आर नथिंग बट कंडिशन्स ऑफ इक्विलिब्रियम. दीज आर नथिंग बट conditions of equilibrium. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Means if I will say a body is in equilibrium, a body is in equilibrium, three things should come in your mind. कुठल्या तीन गोष्टी आल्या पाहिजेत मनामध्ये? Three things should come in
Summation of fx and summation of fy and moment of force equal to
moment due to all
it should be zero. हे झिरो असायलाच पाहिजे. मीन्स हिअर वी आर गेटिंग इक्वेशन्स. Here we are getting equation. What is the difference between equation and another one is? One more term is there in mathematics. Expression. Equation and expression. काय फरक आहे दोन्हीत? Expression. Suppose x cube. I don't know you are knowing or not. X cube minus 2x plus 3. What is this? Is it equation or is it expression?
Expression.
Expression. Equation or expression?
Expression, sir.
And what is equation then?
Equal to जर क्वांटिटीत असेल तर मग
Very
इक्वेशन.
good, very good. If there is something quantity, anything, not only zero, anything. When we are equating our expression with something, it is equation. It's equation. So here for this our three conditions, it is not only it is called as conditions, it is the equations of equilibrium. याला आपण equations of equilibrium असंही म्हणतो. For this, why? Because we are equating to zero or it is becoming zero. कारण आपण equal to zero केलं याला, equal to sign. When this equal to sign will come, it is equation. Keep in mind. In your mathematics also you might be knowing this. When we are equating something with something, आपण एखादी गोष्ट दुसऱ्या बरोबर काहीतरी इक्वेट करतोय, रिलेट करतोय, that is equation. Here also we are equating our summation of all x component equal to 0, summation of all y component is 0, and summation of moments due to all the forces is equal to 0. That means these are the equations of equilibrium as well. याला आपण equations of equilibrium असंही म्हणतो, or we are calling it as a conditions. These are the conditions. So it is not the case that only one condition will get satisfied. Can we say that body is in equilibrium? असं म्हणायचं का मग एकच कंडिशन सॅटिस्फाय झाली कुठली तरी, or two suppose out of three. Can we say that body is in equilibrium then?
No.
We cannot unless and until all these three equations will not become we can say satisfied. We cannot say body is in equilibrium. We cannot say body is in equilibrium. Are you with me?
Yes.
So which are the conditions of equilibrium or equations of equilibrium?
Summation f of x should be 0.
Very good. Again, only one is sufficient for equilibrium.
Summation of y is 0 and summation of momentum due to all forces is 0.
It should also be 0. That are the conditions of equilibrium. It should become 0. Okay. So these are the conditions. So actually I want to have today up to this. Shall we stop here or shall we go from tomorrow? Let me check this Lami's theorem, then we will stop. It is very simple again, Lami's theorem. Or shall we stop for today? Actually time is almost over.
Yes, sir.
Just introduction I will give. Meanwhile, I will take attendance. Just introduction. Lami's theorem is applicable to, you can see. What is that Lami's theorem? As like Varignon, it is other theorem, and this is also other. So what is this? When three forces acting at a point are in equilibrium, then each force is proportional to the sine of angle between other two. Number one, Lami's theorem हे तीन फोर्सेस साठी ऍप्लिकेबल आहे, बट दॅट थ्री फोर्सेस शुड बी कॉन्करंट. ते तीन फोर्सेस कॉन्करंटच पाहिजे. त्याच्यावरून एक इक्वेशन दिलं लॅमीज. सायंटिस्ट लॅमीज हॅज गिवन वन इक्वेशन फॉर विच फोर्सेस? थ्री फोर्सेस. देयर शुड बी ओनली थ्री फोर्सेस, तरच हे ऍप्लिकेबल आहे. आणि one more condition is what? That three forces should be concurrent. ते concurrent पाहिजे. जर असं असेल तर लामीने काय सांगितलं? What Lamy has told, one of the force, आता इथं मी तुम्ही डीप मध्ये जाऊ नका एवढ्या, one of the force is proportional to sine of angle between other two. एक इक्वेशनच तयार होत आहे. Likewise, suppose I have taken force A is here. Force मी A इथं घेतलाय A. What is the angle, other opposite angle to this? Alpha. Here it is alpha. So sine alpha. B. Suppose I have taken B here. So opposite angle is here beta. Likewise, if I have taken point C here, so gamma, something like this. So only you remember this. Meanwhile, I will take attendance. So most important thing, Lamy's theorem is applicable to three forces. It should be concurrent. And final most important thing is what? After application of these three concurrent forces, body should be in equilibrium. Then and then only we can apply Lamy's theorem. Otherwise not. That is called as Lamy's theorem. For today, we will stop. Just I will take attendance. I am not finding roll number 2, 2, 3. Are you there in the meeting? Roll number 2 and 3. Just check. Roll number 12. I am not finding here. Roll number 12. 12 after 19. Just wait. I will take attendance. Roll number 2, 3, 12. 36. I am not finding 36 as well. Then, okay, 4 are absent. 2, 3, 12 and 36. Any other? Somebody's name I have taken. So with this, we will stop for today. Thank you for joining. Tomorrow we will start actual problem solving on Lamy's theorem. It is very interesting. You will enjoy this. It is very interesting. We will start from tomorrow. Lamy's theorem. I will revise once again tomorrow. Just I have given what is idea behind this Lamy's theorem. Tomorrow there is no derivation, etc. Directly problems are there. Don't worry. With this, shall we stop? I have taken attendance. 2, 3, 12 and 36 are absent. Others are present. Shall we stop?
3 present.
Huh?
3 present.
What is your name? 3? Deepali. Just now you have joined or just check? I have not found 2. Okay. Roll number 2. 2, 12, 23 is also not. I have not found 23. Remaining are present. Don't worry. We will stop. Thank you for joining. Have a nice day. Enjoy.